everybody, how's it going? Good morning. I'm Chad, and first off, just thanks for taking a few minutes of your life and checking out my project. I guess I got started on this path a few years ago just by managing the manure and other waste generated on the property that I live on. And in doing so, I started looking around, just paying attention, and seeing the incredible amount of waste that happens here in northern New Mexico, Taos County, the region that I live in. And along the way, we're having all these conversations about sustainability and local and lowering our carbon footprints, and such a resurgence in people wanting to grow their own food. But at the meantime, we go to a garden center or a hardware store or someplace like that, and we buy bags of compost or potting soils or topsoils that have been manufactured and bagged and put on a truck and freighted in from hundreds or thousands of miles away. And it doesn't make sense to me when we're having these conversations about sustainability and local and lowering our carbon footprint. So a few years ago, I set out to do something about it. And that was basically just perfecting my methods of composting and starting to build different soil blends and running dozens of experiments and different formulations of potting soil and seeing how well they worked. For me, I'm a pudding kind of guy, so the proof is in the pudding. I want to see the results, so that's what I set out to do, was to create the results that I desired. I've done that. Along the way, I always had this idea of taking this up to a higher level than just doing this in the backyard where I've been doing this at. But the two challenges that I faced was first location and B, equipment. I started off doing this just by hand, taking a pile of manure and other waste products like what you see behind me here, and physically turning these piles every other day for 6 to 8 week periods of time. It's not very efficient, and so it's not really sustainable on anything beyond just managing what we create here on the property that we live on. Recently, I got the use of this small tractor. Again, it's great. It allows me to more easily and more efficiently manage what I have here. But that's not the problem. The problem is all the waste around that I'm trying to get under control and put back to use here in my local region. So, location and equipment. The location solved itself. Last summer, I was given the opportunity to come in and take over the Blossoms and Sprouts farm, a new market garden, and located at the old Blossoms Organic Nursery here in Taos. And it's a really great opportunity. It's certainly a lot of hard work and had our trials and tribulations, but overall I'd call it a success. And we're doing some really great things down there. So that property is set up for a large-scale composting and soil building project like I'm putting together here. So now we're down to equipment, and I have no illusions that this is a go big or go home endeavor that I'm attempting to put together here, and it's why I'm reaching out to you, as friends, strangers around the world. So if you would, take a few more minutes and read down the page and see what it is that I create, what it is that I'm doing, the vision that I have. Please make a contribution. We've got some great perks that we've put together. If you're not local, what we're going to do is we're going to pool that money together into $1,000 denominations, and I'm going to go around to nonprofits, schools, nursing homes, homeless shelters, things of that nature, build raised bed gardens, plant them with food, and just get good wholesome food out to people who may not otherwise be able to grow their own, and be just to get kids excited about the gardening and farming process and getting them to understand where their food comes from. So again, thank you very much, and read down the page, and please make a contribution. Thank you very much. Bye.